Y'all, the government just filed their sentencing memo for Diddy yesterday, and it is brutal. They're asking the judge to give him at least 135 months in prison. That's over 11 years. Let me break down exactly why. So, prosecutors argue that the court has already seen 7 weeks of evidence, which include decades of violence, abuse, drug distribution, and manipulation. Even though Diddy was acquitted on some charges, the government says his conduct was so serious that it must factor into sentencing. They emphasize that he's unrepentant. Instead of showing remorse, he blames his victims. Next, they mention the victim impact. Cassie Ventura described the freak offs as degrading and disgusting, leaving her with infections, illnesses, and exhaustion. She still has permanent scars and nightmares. She says Diddy's abuse drove her to suicidal thoughts, and Jane Doe wrote that she felt violated and said Diddy risked her health for years by forcing her into hotel nights. Several former employees also sent letters describing being abused or exploited by him. Prosecutors are comparing him to other Mann Act cases. People convicted of transporting women for prostitution and using violence usually get sentences over 10 years. They argue that giving Diddy only the 14 months his team has asked for would create a massive sentencing disparity. Prosecutors also say a harsh sentence is needed for deterrence to show other powerful people they can't get away with this. So, what will happen next? The government's also asking for maximum financial penalties, not just prison time. Now, it's up to the judge to decide whether to follow their recommendation of at least 135 months, the defense's recommendation of 14 months, or to pick something in between. So the bottom line really is that the government is painting Diddy as violent, manipulative, and unrepentant, and they're pushing for more than a decade behind bars. Do you think the judge will give him the full 11 years or something lighter? Make sure you're following so you can stay up to date.